What's going on, Commander fans? It is your boy DT. We're back again, another episode of the Commanders Draft Coverage Podcast. Yes, we do know the legal tampering period is literally moments away, probably at 12 o'clock. But we still got to do our duties and talk about the NFL draft. But we're going to have a little conversation about some of the free agency tendencies that this team probably want to do this year. But this week is going to be the hard-hitting quarterbacks of the defense. That's right. We're talking about the linebackers this week. We got a bunch of linebackers like we did with the edge rushers. So we're going to be very excited to talk about this group, especially for the middle of our defense. So buckle up. It's Kyle, Smoke, Deuce, and me. It is Commanders Draft Coverage Podcast live. Got you. What is everybody? Welcome to another episode of Commanders Draft Coverage. It is your favorite crew up here. We got Smoke in the background. Hey, we got everybody up here. So this is definitely going to be good for us tonight. What's up with y'all, fellas?
What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for starting us off here, DT. You're the man.
No, definitely. Most definitely. So we do know, Deuce, how was your day so far? Oh, got the names up here. Oh,
yeah, we rocking now.
Yeah, we got the names up here, yo.
Let me tell you how my day went. I spent the last hour and a half trying to get videos together. That's how my day going. New rule. Two new rules.
I have some way.
Need the videos by midnight Friday and 1 minute long. One of y'all had a 6-minute. What are we going to do with a 6-minute video?
Who had a 6-minute video? Put him on blast. Who was it?
What are we going to do with a 6-minute video?
It had to be Radar.
Radar got all these clips, and we don't even know what he sound like.
Crazy.
I have an idea. What if, like, from now on, instead of it being separate, we could make our own video of all of our prospects grouped together and just send that to you? So instead of it being a bunch of...
If everybody can do that, that'll work. But I kind of did that this time.
DT, you're muted.
By name. So it made it a little easier.
Yeah, I don't have no problem doing that. I do that anyway.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it that way. Put the names on it, too.
Co-producer.
Yep. I want all that. Names, all that.
Got you.
I do need to link up with you guys. Hopefully you guys can send me how you guys get the labels on the video itself, like showcase, like the circle and everything like that on the player that you're showcasing. That's like the one thing I struggle with. So I need y'all to help me out with that.
Oh yeah. It's just I can show you that.
My man.
All right.
Yo, somebody trolling in the group chat. Somebody threw an old tweet of Bobby Wagner. We signed with the Commanders, trying to treat it like it was today.
Funny, bro. I gotta relax, man.
Let's throw it like the draw, yo.
That is so petty. All right, hold on. Let me see what let me try to. All right. So while I get these videos together, what's up, Mitch? What's up, Unc? Radar in the building. Outlaw. If Adam Peters and Dan Quinn want to keep their job next year, they need to be aggressive.
Here we go.
Hey, somebody said, I want them to be aggressive, but I just don't want them to overpay. Bruh, like, you can't have it both ways, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, this is...
Can I step in right there? Can I give a PSA?
Yep. There you go.
Listen, man. Deuce, I thought we were acting GMs. Like, we were stepping... I didn't know we were being accountants at this point. Listen, man. Listen. If you're out there, you want to be a GM / accounting, that's me telling you, you can't say you want a high-priced player but at this cost. Like, leave that alone. Like, if you want the player, go get the player. That's what we've been fighting through, especially last season, knowing that a DJ Reed chose a Detroit over us over like $3-4 million, knowing that some of these other guys, of DeMarcus Lawrence, say, hey, I'd rather go to Seattle or whatever it is. Like, come on, bro. You got to throw the bag at these guys to start building somewhere. Listen, 24, it was a miracle. It was a miracle. But don't you want sustainable success? Why is it, this is my last thing, Deuce, why is it when we talk about, and I said it earlier in Unkspace, we sit up there, we talk about the Eagles. We say, well, look at all the help that Hurts got. Don't we want Jaden to have the help? Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Come on, we not accountants. We acting GMs. Let's go.
Smoke is fired up, man.
I got my favorite linebacker in this whole draft that we're going to talk about today. My favorite linebacker in the whole draft. I can't wait till he come
up. What's up, dog? What's up? What's up, T? Radar. Look at Cal, the retweet. Look at this guy. Look. See, like this is bro, DT. I don't know if you saw it. Put a tweet out like 2 hours ago. If they both was available, who would you rather have, Jeremiah Love, Cornell?
I saw it. I left the group chat. I didn't lead a group chat, but I just left it alone. I said, I'm not doing it. Funny, bro.
I'm like, where did this come from?
Dude is hilarious.
We talking about Laramie Tunsil. We talking about Kenneth Walker. We talking about free agent Unsaid. You know what? Nope. We gonna talk about the draft.
Crying, bro.
Like that conversation gonna be here. Trust me. 2 weeks from now, that conversation is gonna be here.
It's gonna be so nasty up here, bro.
We still got like 6-7 more weeks. So yeah.
And then mind you, on ETL on Thursday, I couldn't even get on the podcast. And then my co-hosts and them are talking about the Jeremiah Love to Commanders thing, saying we're going crazy. I can't go out there and defend it. So hold on, this ain't everybody. Is you in love? That's the quote.
All right. Let's get to some free agency real quick before we start. All right. Let's start right with you, Smoke. All right, you pumped up. Give us, and everybody in the chat too. Everybody in the chat, give us 2 must-haves. We're not talking about. Okay, go ahead.
Tyler Linderbaum. Tyler Linderbaum. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Tyler Linderbaum. Tyler Linderbaum.
Did you say Kyle Linderbaum?
Linderbaum. Like lip balm. I want Linderbaum. And if they give me that, I'll settle for Leo Chanel. I'll settle for Leo Chanel if you give me Linderbaum.
All right.
Tell me why. And actually it's two. So the first one, Linderbaum, tell me why, and then we go to the second.
We're talking about possibly the second, if not the best center in the NFL at the age of 25. He fits Jaden's timeline. He's already been in the league. What was this, his 4th season? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I need him to make the guy to the right and to the left better. If you ask me, we don't know what we getting out of Brandon Coleman, out of Allegretti, out of Wiley. We know what we getting out of Cosme. We know what we getting out of Connolly. We know what we getting bringing back with Tunsil. But what is Linderbaum going to do to elevate that guy to the left? Is it a Chris Paul? Is it an Allegretti? Is it a Brandon Coleman? So why not, man? You know what I mean? And he's a good move type center. So I'm not mad at it. But as far as Leo Chanel, like I say, it's going to be multiple teams fighting for the top 2 guys, Quay Walker and Devin Lloyd. Going to be multiple teams. There's going to be teams fighting for Leo Chanel as well. There's going to be teams fighting for him as well. But if I want to get younger, I want to get faster, I think Leo Chanel is just as fast as Devin Lloyd. I know he's faster than Quay Walker. So I can, you know what I mean? I can deal with that. But that way I secure my trenches up front on the offense, and I got the second level of my defense looking a lot better going into this 26 season.
Hey, why they didn't why they decline his 5th-year option?
Who we talking about?
Was he injured?
We talking about Chanel?
No,
Linderbaum.
Oh, Linderbaum. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why, but it's to the point where their GM went out there and said we had a conversation with him and his team, and we offered him the highest paid contract as a center. But maybe he really wants to reset that market because go ahead.
That could be the same thing. Do you guys remember when Brandon Sheriff left here?
Mm-hmm.
And they said they immediately came out and said we offered him the highest paying guard, whatever salary possible, and he wanted to leave, right? I mean, the income tax thing is a real thing. Maybe he has his eyes on Florida, so he doesn't have to worry about that on a state level. But I'm with you guys about Lindenbaum. I know I did. Did you guys ever do the new software that the guy created where it was like be your own GM? Where you could do the free agency, the re-signing. Like I signed in free agency Nick Cross, Tyler Lindenbaum. Brandon Ayuk wasn't an option, but that would be my one guy. I'm sorry to cut you off, Smoke, where you were elaborating on it. But it is weird for the Ravens to decline the 5th-year option and then come out and say we offered him the highest paying contract. Well, why didn't you? Now you look dumb because you didn't give him the 5th-year option, which was less, and you could have had him for one more year. So it is very weird, the entire situation. But I think it's fairly obvious that Lindenbaum is on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
Alec Ngo. Oh, hold on, let me hit my thing. Hold on. Let me see. I don't even know if I have it on here. I don't know. I don't think I have it. Let me do this.
For the love of Jaden, build up the defense.
Alec Ngo is signing with the Chargers. 2 years, 7.5, 3.9 year one, 3.5 APY. All right, Cal, on you. I know you just told us, but elaborate.
Yeah, like Brandon Ayuk, I think for one, this is because in the past, I was very much against bringing Brandon Ayuk here. I was getting in arguments, kind of like the Jeremiah Love situation now. I was arguing with everybody about it and saying that Brandon Ayuk, like trading for him and paying for him, was not cohesive with what we were trying to build here in Washington. But the fact that he could possibly
hold up, Kyle. Let's let Smoke finish because it seems like he's doing that on purpose because you're against Jeremiah Love.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What I do? That wasn't me.
That was DT.
That wasn't me.
DT. Oh, sorry.
Hey, that wasn't me. I'm on mute.
Knows,
Y'all got it.
DT knows I'm always arguing with people. But it's very similar to like how I am arguing with all that. But I'll say that this is the right situation for it to be in, where he's a free agent. His asking price would be low because of 2 years basically off. With all the controversy following, it's the best fit because right now you do want to add weapons for Jaden, but you also need to build up the defense. And with only 6 picks, this makes the most sense in bringing in Brandon Ayuk. I think this is the best case scenario for everybody involved. And now we could start to see, because there were a lot of people on Twitter and in my own sphere that were saying that Brandon Ayuk was better than Terry McLaurin. Well, now we get, if they do sign him, we get to see how that really turns out at this point in time. I'm very excited to see how that does turn out. We love competition. Iron sharpens iron, and let's see how that goes. The other one that I'd be interested in is Nick Cross, just in the sense of him coming from the Colts. He might be a little bit more expensive, but I think that's where you want to get your money's worth, especially at the safety position. I do think there's a lot of quality guys in this draft, but I think adding somebody like Nick Cross, bringing him back home to Maryland, kind of shoring up that back end would fit a lot. And I loved what Smoke talked about with Leo Chanel, because him coming out of college, the one thing that he was really good at was getting after the quarterback in a blitzing, attacking style linebacker. And when you're talking about Durante Jones and what he likes to do, he actually might fit that very well with being able to bring extra pressure and just adding some more attacking aggressiveness to this defense. I think Leo Chanel would be a very, very, very good fit. Not to piggyback off Smoke, but I do piggyback on him with that. I think that would be a very good decision overall. And then with the tight end position, I think Deuce has been on it, and I think Kate Otten is a very good person to go with in terms of you don't need a barn burner, you don't need somebody that can jump by the gym, but you do what we learned from Zach Ertz is at least be a capable blocker because Zach Ertz was not willing to block whatsoever.
DT, you gonna have to mute up, DT. Like I don't know, we might get some halls or something.
But Kate Otten just finds the hole in zones and he catches the football. And I think at the tight end position, that's what we need first and foremost, because that's the one thing that Cliff Kingsbury loved about Zach Ertz. He knew where to sit. He caught the football when it was thrown to him. And I think the tight end coach that Deuce has talked about a lot, that connection. I think that would be smart. And I'm not against throwing money at the wall at this point. I think it's warranted.
I agree. DT, what you got? Who's your two, DT?
My bad. I keep forgetting this mic is a separate mute. I gotta remember to press the screen on mute. But all you guys make interesting points. I think honestly, I'm not gonna go with the Ayuk thing because I feel like that's literally the worst kept secret in the NFL. Like I feel like he's really gonna sign with us. So to me,
it was easy. It was easy. You're right, DT.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm looking at a guy like Cordell Flott. He has a relationship with Jones now. It's only for 1 year. He's a guy that has been really one of the best players in the Giants secondary. I'm not sure they'll be able to sign him back, but I think a relationship with Jones, you have him in your defense, then you secure up the secondary. We know Jones has a strong grasp on building the secondary within their defenses. And I think for the other side, I think getting a guy like Chig Okonkwo at tight end to be a pass-catching threat would be a great benefit for the offense in the middle of the field. So those are the two guys I would like to sign.
Can I add one more guy that I was hip to today? I didn't realize that Tim Settle was available, and I think he's only like 27 to bringing him back because we've talked about how the defense might be changing to that multi-front. You might need that nose tackle as much as we would like a guy like Dominique Orange in the draft. Tim Settle has been very productive for Houston. He should have never left here. That'd be a guy I'd be very interested in bringing back.
Yeah, Smoke been talking about him for 2 months.
Hey, just go ahead and post my free agent wish list because we done talked about a lot of these guys just in that little segment right there. Yeah, I know. Let me go to Tim Settle back.
Let's go back to you, DT. Who is two people you do not want us to go after?
Two people. That's a good question. I would probably say I'm not really crazy about I like Kenneth Walker, but I feel like he only provides in the run game. I think for this team, we need someone that can play all three downs, and that's what we're missing. When Arthur Eckler was down majority of the year, those responsibilities on pass protection is shifted to Bill, who clearly wasn't ready, and you had McNichols, but we know what kind of McNichols is. I think you need another pass catching third down guy that can help understand pass protection. So that's why I would probably lean a little bit more with White than Kenneth Walker in terms of.
What about Rico Dowdle? What would you say to Rico Dowdle?
I like Rico. I think Rico makes sense. I think Rico does a little bit more in the passing game than Kenneth Walker. But Kenneth Walker, no disregard to his talent, the dude is a beast. Yeah. But I feel like with him being slightly limited, unless he goes to a team and he works on his passing game and third down protection and stuff, I need my running back to be multiple. I can't just have you do one thing.
Where's this Kenny Walker don't do nothing in the pass game? Like I done seen him get screens, slip screens. I done seen him. He's not an angle back route type guy out the backfield, but you can set up a screen for him and he knows how to get upfield. You know what I mean? And then with Rico Dowdle, this year in Carolina, they was giving the pass game back to Chuba Hubbard for some reason. You know what I mean? So I don't understand this. Maybe it's just how Kenny Walker has been used in the past. You know what I mean? It was a two-back system with him and Charbonnet, and I believe Charbonnet is a better back for that situation. But Charbonnet is if you look like a 3-down back, he's the 3-down back that can do everything that you need. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kenny Walker, they may have just not used him that way. Maybe it's because of what is his pass blocking like? Maybe that's why. You know what I mean? So as far as him just catching the screen out the backfield, I'm not looking for what Ramondre Stevenson does, what he showed in the playoffs of running fly routes out the backfield. Every back can't do that. You know what I mean? But if you can catch the screen and get upfield, Kenny Walker is a violent runner once that ball is in his hand. I would love to have him in space.
I think it has a lot to do with probably his body type, just being the more of the thicker build. Automatically, people imagine that that's less of a passing attack, Smoke. But to your point, being that big body type, I mean, when Derrick Henry's running full speed behind some blockers, he's still a passing threat in that sort of regard, even though he's gigantic, right? He might not be the quickest guy ever. But same thing with Kenneth Walker, where he has that body type where if he's running full speed against those DBs, he might have a leg up. But I think a lot of it just has to do with his body type and how people view it.
Yeah, because I think when we talk about the running backs, it's a thing where, like everybody can't be the Gibbs and the Bijans and run those different routes, be able to flex out. So I guess it depends on the offense, right? Like if you need a running back that you need to be able to flex wide and put, try to get mismatches on a boundary and stuff like that with motions and run different routes out the slot, then yeah, you'll probably need one of those. But like, I mean, this is the NFL. Like you should be able to catch a basic screen out the backfield. Now there are different types of screens, but you're just not going to run that with a guy that is you need. If you got this guy that all I need you to do is run out to the flat and turn and catch and get upfield, that's one thing, right? But having a guy slip screen, do all that other stuff is a totally different thing. So, all right, DT.
No, I cut you off. I'm sorry, DT.
Oh yeah, that's the fourth one today, Kyle.
Yeah.
Second one, honestly, I don't know what to say for the second one. Just don't give me no bum center. If we have ability to sign a center, don't give me no bum center, bro. I will crash out this season.
Don't give you who?
No bum center.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm interested to know what you thought he said, Smoke.
No, I literally didn't hear him. I just heard.
Okay.
Don't give me no. Yeah, and it kind of got muffled a little bit.
All right, let's get into this film.
Hold on. Let me get
my bad.
Hold on.
I have one. I have
only
one.
Got one. I only got one.
Maybe
we're in the same field. Does it start with a B?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, does the last name start with a W? Huh?
No, it starts with a J.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead. You can have yours. Go ahead. The crowd know who I'm talking about. The first name start with a B, last name start with a W. You didn't say our own free agents. Yeah, I know. Go ahead, Kyle.
Benjamin St. Juice. That's why I don't want us to sign a free agency. I'll say that.
That might be worse than yours. That might be worse than yours. No, I don't know.
Hunter Jared just said we can't have Ashburn syndrome. That was Ashburn syndrome right there. Man.
That was Saint's boy.
Yeah, they can get into the film. I'm ready. Let me get this notepad. I feel like an old man.
Oh, he's saying Bobby.
I don't like to type nothing. Put this thing in a notepad.
Smoke.
Yo.
What?
I'm just realizing who you were talking about.
Something just popped up. It says right here, this is for the Giants. Players the Giants are targeting in free agency via Connor Hughes. He covers the Jets and the Giants. Isaiah Likely, Elijah Vera Tucker, Jamal Dean, Tremaine Edwards. Price is too high on Lindenbaum and Kenneth Walker.
Everybody's targeting everybody.
That's what the Giants, like with what's going on with Cam Scatterbo, right? Like you would imagine that they still want to add to that room. So running back would be something they're going to covet.
They did restructure What's my man? Singletary.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they still got Tracy.
Yeah, I think they did that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't bad for them, man. He was very good.
All right. Make sure I got the right one. Yep, the smoke's right here. This you, right, Smoke?
Who you talking about? Oh, Kyle Lewis. Oh, my favorite. Hey, good job. I love that you started off with my favorite. Kyle Lewis, University of Pittsburgh, 6 foot, 220 pounds. This is who they consider a super slap. Watch this. Hold on. Watch this right here. Watch this coverage downfield. Watch this. Come on now. Just let the film speak for itself, but let me go through some stuff. A 34.5-inch vert. They consider him a super slot. He was a 2024 first-team All-American. He has elite pass coverage. He has great instincts. He's a sideline-to-sideline back. 73.1 PFF grade. He had 10 sacks, 6 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles within the last 2 seasons. Yeah, like look at my guy, man. I look at him as a Louvu replacement. We're not sure what can happen with Louvu. Like look how he gets to this boundary. Like you know what I mean? He knows his keys. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's not the only time he was able to get to the boundary and either pick it off or break up a pass and things of that nature. Never quits on a play. Look at this right here. Never quit on it. Boom. Give me that ball. Let's go. Like, I love Kyle Lewis. He's my absolute favorite. He's they had a I guess he plays. I'll say it again.
What's his measurables?
6 foot 220. He ran a 4.53 40, 39.5-inch vert. I'm sorry, 39.5-inch vert. 6 foot 220. So yeah, like they consider him what they call a super slap, but at the same time, man, this guy can play in the box, outside the box. Durante looking for versatility, and I think he's a perfect replacement, you know what I mean, for the future. I look at him at 71. Mocks, I'll be seeing him going in the 4th, but we don't have a 4th. So this is a guy I will absolutely reach for at 71.
All right, Smoke, stand right there with you with Jack Kelly.
Jack Kelly. One thing you're going to notice about me, I only got one traditional linebacker, but Jack Kelly is another guy that can get after the passer. BYU. He's a transfer kid from
Is that a neck roll?
Yeah, he has. Yep, that's another thing.
Wait a minute.
He has a neck roll.
I like him already.
My man
Hold on,
plays.
wait a second.
My man plays with a neck roll, man.
Wait a second. Get to him.
Yeah, look, yeah, like you gonna see him. He got the neck roll.
Bruh.
Yeah. He can play in the box, outside the box. Yep, he's a great blitzer. He got great closing speed. You're going to see film up here, right here, this play right here. Look at how he ends up just closing on the quarterback. I know Sawyer not the most athletic, but just his closing speed. I love Jack Kelly. 6'2", 240, 4.57 in the 40, 37.5-inch vert. He's a 2-time team captain. He transferred there last season, 2 seasons ago. He's a 2-time team captain. He can play in the box. Like I said, he can play every linebacker spot, bro. Every linebacker spot. And when he comes up to tackle, he's sticky, as you can see right there in the film. Let me see what else I got on. 13.5 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles in 2025. He had 10 sacks.
Look at that get off.
Yes, he had 10 sacks this season, Deuce.
He got 28 in his career.
Yeah. So this is Jack Kelly, man. Like another guy, man. I absolutely love. When I do my mocks, he be there in the 6. I think the other day, Deuce. I think we took Jack Kelly on the radio the other day. But yeah, I absolutely love Jack Kelly, man. 6'2", 240, 4.5, 40, man. Yep.
All right, DT, you are up, and we got Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles from the Ohio State, 6'5", 243 pounds. He's only 21 years old. The cyborg, the other cyborg, I would say, in the Ohio State defense. Switched from safety to linebacker after your acquisition of Caleb Downs.
This is Arvil. This is mine.
That is Arvil.
Hold up.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay. Cyborgs. That's what we do. Develop here.
Same one.
That's the same one?
Yeah. Look at that dip, dude.
Nope, that smokes. All right, there you go. 39 AF. That's you, DT. 39 AF.
There we go. Yeah, so Sonny transitioned to linebacker after we got Caleb Downs, and we saw the maturation of him at that position. He is a first team and second team All-American, first team All Big Ten. You look down the stretch when they were playing Michigan and Indiana, those were probably his best performances in identifying and filling in the gaps, showing very physicality, can rush the passer, can play coverage. I think, he is definitely a top 10 player in this NFL draft, and I would not be shocked if the Commanders would take a shot at taking him at pick number 7.
Totally agree with you. The natural instincts, because I've heard people like kind of correlate him to like Jamin Davis, just the measurables and what he was able to do. But like there is a drastic polar opposite to just the instincts and how to play linebacker. When you like, people will look at it and say, well, it's all just because he tested well. Like, no, when you actually watch him, and DT talked about it perfectly, the natural instincts to fill gaps and everything, it's all there. And he could do a lot for you. And the cherry on top is what he did at the combine, just showcasing how fast and how athletic he really is. If it wasn't for DT, I would have picked Sonny.
Caleb Alarms, DT.
Caleb Elam Orr, 6'2", 230 pounds, 22 years old, started his career at the University of California, then transferred to TCU, had 130 tackles in his sophomore campaign. You see the physical instincts. He ran a 4.47 at the NFL Combine, 271 tackles, 135 solo, 8 pass deflections, 7 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception. He has the athletic traits that you would need at the linebacker position.
Bro. This dude moved like a running back. Watch his movements at the hole. Look at his legs.
Is this 25 or is this 24, DT?
Watch this.
That is 25. That was the bowl game against USC.
Okay.
Smoke. Look how he jump across. Watch this. That's a good one. Watch this one. Look at this. Look at that. That's
keeping
crazy.
His head up, seeing his target, never stop moving his feet. Hey man, signs of a great linebacker.
Oh, swivel.
So where was this in all the games I watched? This is ridiculous.
I don't know. DT pulled this out the basement or something. This must be VCR.
No, I know.
DT got the good tape.
He does.
Yeah, he has some things to work on. I think block shedding could be a little bit better.
Was he a former running back, DT?
Nah, he was a linebacker from what I've seen, unless he was a running back in high school.
I mean, look how he chop his feet. Like you don't really see this often from linebackers. Watch how he chop his feet. Look at that. Oh, interesting. I like him. All right. Cal, you are up. Arvell Reese.
Okay. Weapon X. Arvell Reese. This is Kyle Lewis.
Yep.
It's the first one. One left. All the way on the left. I got you. Wait.
No. See, you talking about
my bad. It moved on you. Nope, that's Sonny. What is going on? It's Kyle Lewis. What is going on?
That was the middle one.
It's like that. That game when
there you go.
Right. When you do the cuts, you got to find it.
Hey, can you rewind that real quick? Because that happens very quick. All right, you have to watch Arvell Reese and what he does to the tight end on this play. He's coming in the back. Watch what he does at tight end.
That was nasty.
Punish him.
And then here's the dip for the quarterback getting after the passer. And it's a double close-up of it. I mean, that's something that Cassius Howell has shown, and this is Arvell Reese, who could be used all over the field. Here he does the little trick.
That's my favorite sack.
I would love Arvell. I would love him.
Absolutely. And this little cleanup where he just continued to push that spin move coming off of it. There's one coming up here that I really, really do enjoy, but this is where his pressure just forces him out. I think it's this one. Look at his hips, dude. And that's somebody who's considered an edge rusher. And look how he operated in the middle of the field in that pass.
So go back a little bit. Go back to the beginning of that play.
Look how much ground he covered.
I just want to look like, hold on, let me see. When you get to that next play, I want to just pause it. Right there, pause it.
Pistol play action.
So where's Styles? Where's Styles at, right? Because everybody assume when it comes to Styles, he always played in the middle of the field. And I've been trying to tell people, like, no, they both are interchangeable. So as you see Reese here playing in the middle of the field, I believe Styles is down here towards the bottom in the slot, right above the hash. Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out for everyone that didn't think that Reese had that capability of the versatility of stepping into that Mike spot. But go ahead, my fault.
So watch him here. He's standing at the 45. Comes up to the 43. And then he's up to the 45 in the other posing. And that's quick, dude. Those are good hips. Here's him reading out a screen. Obviously, he goes unblocked, but it's just showcasing he's in the middle of the field. So he can be used all over the field. And that, I think with Durante Jones, when he talks about versatility, really you cannot go wrong with Evil Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles. I think they both fit the bill. That's such a great shot of the face mask and coming up for the screen. It's fantastic. Here
that's what you see a negative thing on him is you don't hear him mention as like Sonny Styles is as a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, let me say in the middle of the field, you really hear off ball. Last of this tape, he was in the middle
here. He's in the middle of the field over the left guard. He takes that block and he still rubs it off and is able to come up and make that tackle. That's purely a linebacker play. And like, I just want to make sure, because a lot of the talk about him is that he's going to be purely an edge rusher.
So, Kyle, am I wrong when I said it last week? Like, if we were to draft Reese at 7, he fell to us. I don't want to just isolate him to a side. I think if you put him in the middle of the field, he can choose his spots at that point. You know what I mean? Like he's a downhill linebacker, like, to get after the passer, get after the running back. But if you isolate him to a side, I feel like it's a disservice. So the middle of the field, I think, is where he best fit at.
It absolutely is. Now think about it. Like if you are a defensive coordinator, right, and you have somebody like Arvell Reese, are you going to purely put him on the line on the outside? Or are you going to say this dude has shown the ability to block shed, get after the run game, also be able to use on blitzes? And if I'm doing that, I'm saying I'm using him everywhere. I'm going to put up 6 guys on line of scrimmage. You know where I'm going to put Arvell? I'm going to put him over the center. I'm going to run that stunt play off of that. I'm going to have him be the outside guy on that loop going out between the guard and the tackle. You can utilize him in so many various ways that I think it fits the versatility that Durante Jones would really covet. And you're talking about a building block for the future. I think Arvell Reese would absolutely kind of give you a help in establishing that identity on defense where you can move him all over, you can attack, you can pressure a lot, and he can also help you not only in the passing game like we saw with being able to get back in coverage, but also as just a typical linebacker, and he does a great job of setting the edge, which is the last video. It's the worst of the video because it's very grainy. It was like in 360p. So it's very grainy, but he's setting the edge on the outside as well. I think Arvell Reese is the total package.
All right, Kyle, we're going to stay right there with you, and we're going to go with Bryce Botcher. I'm probably botchering his name. Hold up, dad joke, Smoke. I'm probably botchering his name.
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. The dude from Oregon, he is a kind of like what Smoke had talked about with being an attacking style kind of linebacker. This is absolutely what Bryce Botcher does. He in 25 years, 136 tackles, a sack, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception. But you see here, look what he does. That wide receiver just for the love of the game, he did that for, and that's what I'm all about. But look at that closing speed, getting on there and force that incompletion. Hopefully, we're able to talk about Torian York. But here he is on his sack or dang near. It's going to be coming up here soon. Here he's coming up, and you can't really see it, but he comes up and lays a lick on that running back. Here's his sack. So you can utilize him as a blitzing, almost like a Leo Chanel type. And that's 4th and 1, by the way, that play. That was a 4th and 1 at the end of the game, and he came up and made that stop. And that he should have picked that ball as well. But you've seen the ability to be utilized in the passing game. He has good hands, catching bobbled passes, comes up, makes plays, hits quarterbacks, forces incompletions, and also is a very, very good run fitter. Does have an issue with getting swallowed up a little bit too much, but the productivity is there, and he's being projected in the 5th to 6th round. And I think that if you could double dip. If you do get a Sonny Styles, if you do get an Arvil Reese type guy early on, you could double dip with a Bryce Botcher to team him up for long-term reasons and being able to utilize more linebackers. I think that's where Durante Jones' defense is really good at utilizing is those linebackers, and the more you add to that room, the better.
All right. Going back to you, DT, Caden Fordham.
Caden Fordham. You guys remember Patrick Wilson? I believe his name.
NC State.
NC State. He played at NC State. So this
Peyton
is
Wilson. Peyton Wilson.
Peyton Wilson. That's a guy.
Yeah.
So this is one of Peyton Wilson's former teammates at the linebacker spot. Played since 2021. The last 2 seasons, he had his best years in the ACC. Was 13 All ACC and was first team All ACC. Now, of course, film a little blurry, but he's not the most athletic, but he has the smarts. He understands his assignments. He makes plays on the football. NC State has the last couple of years, they have produced some outstanding defensive players, and he became one of their budding stars in that defense. His ability to be a run fit, make plays in the backfield, whether it's a sack or interception. This is a guy that I can see on day 3 be a developmental linebacker, and as the years grow on in the NFL, he could be a surplus starter.
Where is he projected, did you say?
I think right now, day 3.
Okay. NC State, they have some athletic people on their defense, man.
All right, staying right there. Next is going to be Aiden Fisher, DT.
Aiden Fisher, VA stand-up. He was a transfer from James Madison. He followed Kirk Cincinnati to Indiana. And one thing about defensive coordinator Brian Hayes and how they construct their defense, yes, they did improve the defensive line with Mikhail Kamara, but they run 3 linebacker sacks more than anybody in college football with Isaiah Jones and Hemby. And, with Aiden Fisher, he was the main guy on that defense, lining people up. He's very similar to Forehand we just looked at, but he got a little bit slight more twitch when it comes to run fits. He makes plays on the football as well. I think he'll probably be projected day 3 based on the limited athleticism, but these are guys like that, like they can play a long time in the NFL. And I'm very high on Aiden Fisher, especially, a little bias from him being from Virginia.
Yeah, a lot of the recordings you have are what I recorded for Aiden Fisher. Obviously, I wanted to give them to you. But I agree with you about him. Same issue as Bryce Botcher, where they kind of have an issue get swallowed up at times. But if you're looking for a solid linebacker, Aiden Fisher definitely fits that.
All right, we're going to you, Smoke, and we are going to Harold Perkins.
Harold Perkins. Hey, listen, man. He's similar to, more of a Kyle Lewis, but his first 2 seasons tape is you got it on Kyle Lewis again. His first 2 season tape is absolutely better than his last 2 years. As far as Harold Perkins, I don't know what was going on in LSU the last couple of seasons. If you see film of him in number 4, that's when he was best. Number 7, but he's a joker, bro. I think he plays what they call a star position at LSU. He's everywhere. 6'1", 225. Let me see what else I got. Like I said, number 4 tape is better than number 7. He had 88 career pressures, 17 sacks, all like and 24, bro. Like I say, 24 tape was better than 25. I don't know what it was, man. Like that's a little knock on him, but he's another like Luvu type guy. If you want him just going downhill, getting after the quarterback, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what I'm kind of looking for, a replacement in that as well, because Luvu's getting older. I know we focus so much on the Mike linebacker position, but if you got versatility, man, and speed and stuff like that, it can help out a couple holes and stuff like that. But Earl Perkins, first 2 seasons, especially as a freshman and as a sophomore, he was absolutely a stud. But it seemed like when he switched his number, the game started declining a little bit, but he's still a heck of an athlete, man. Heck of an athlete. So, yeah, he's a guy that I got my eyes on. But he's a guy I'm going to be following no matter where he gets drafted at, because I just want to see. His ceiling is so high, but it's going to be with the right coaching that gets the best out of him. So that's what
I'm glad you said that, because I think with him, if you look at his film from 2022, he was arguably probably a first-round pick from those couple of years ago, the way he was being used. Now, I don't know what was going on with LSU with how, probably changed the defensive coordinator philosophies. Maybe they didn't know how to use him, or maybe, we may never know until we find out. But I think it all just matters about who's going to use him the best way. And I think a couple of players you already noted when it comes to like Frankie Louvu, like, yes, Frankie is at his best when he's going forward, but 2 of these guys that you mentioned, they have the athleticism to play sideline to sideline, also in coverage. But it's also about how they're going to use it. And we know from Durante Jones coming from Brian Flores and how they use a guy like Ivan Pace, going after the quarterback, playing coverages and stuff. Those guys are very similar comps to these 2 players that you have.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Perkins, I think superpower was in the passing game against running backs. He was very good at being able to isolate them and staying toe-to-toe with them on those routes. And that could definitely be coveted at the next level. Like we saw running backs many, many times take advantage of us, especially in the middle of the field. And somebody like Perkins could really help with that.
And I'm pretty sure Durante's familiar with him, knowing he was the D coordinator in 21. In his first year, it was 22. So it's part of that recruiting, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he's familiar with Harold Perkins. But this is a later round guy just because I feel like, he kind of took a step back. You gotta question, like what was it that made you take this step back? Stuff like that. So yeah, but I like Harold Perkins.
There was one bad play that he had. I forget which game it was, but it was on the goal line. And I think it was the quarterback that shook him for a touchdown run. And it was a pretty bad stutter step.
All right, let's stay right there with you, Smoke. I think this is CJ Allen.
Yeah, CJ Allen, man. First round linebacker. I got him going in like the 20s. But he's a traditional linebacker that I talked about. Like he's your Mike Green Dot linebacker, bro. Like man, I love CJ Allen. 6'1", 230. He's, like I said, he's a downhill thumper. He take great angles. He had an 88.6 run grade. 88.6 run grade. Sideline to sideline. And he's okay in coverage. Not the best, like, but he's your traditional linebacker, bro. Like wherever he lands, somebody's getting the mic for the next 10 plus years, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love CJ Allen. I actually got him mocked in a couple journeys to the Cowboys and stuff like that. I know they still looking for that, but yeah, man, I love CJ Allen, bro.
That speed is apparent, especially on those blitzes. You can obviously see why he's ranked as a first rounder.
Yep.
Oh, that's the early tape.
Yeah.
6'1", 230, bro.
All right, Cal, your guy, Torian York.
Torian York, the captain of the Texas A&M defense. I call him Taz. This dude is a fireball in what he's able to do. As soon as this video starts playing, you guys will see. But Torian York, he wears number 21. His measurables aren't great. He's 5'10", 227 pounds. In 25, he had 72 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 fumble recovery. But his closing speed is something to be monitored. Very big a thumper, but here you see him going to the sideline, being able to cover ground. Here you see him at the sniffing out this screen. You saw him shifting to his left, reading that screen. Then, you got to love the pose. Here, another outside run where he's able to come on. For a guy that's 5'10", he's not limited in that sort of regard. He's still a thumper coming up, making plays on the ball, but especially on the quarterback, on going outside, his closing speed on it is phenomenal, and it's something that jumps out on film to you. Here, especially, he goes unblocked, but just being able to come up and make plays in the run game, he delivers a hit. I think this is a really good example here of his hands not being fantastic. He was supposed to catch that football, and he didn't. But this is him reading the tight end slip outside the backside. Very good on tight ends. That's why I think he could be utilized. Maybe not like a Kyle Lewis type way, but I love this play in particular. You see that hand up when he was rushing the quarterback? Trying to blind the quarterback just enough to be able to force that incompletion. Another incompletion there on that blitz. I'm waiting. There it is. Look at that closing speed.
Yeah, man. Bro, like the NFL, the college gap to the NFL is so huge, bro. Because you see these dudes in college, you be like, man.
Oh,
when
it's
they
amazing.
Get up, it doesn't translate. All right, stand right there with you, Kyle. Anthony Hill,
his 2024 stats were much better than it was this year. I asked Ryan Fowler, I was like, did he gain weight or something? Like what was going on with Anthony Hill? But this year he had 70 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 interceptions. Kind of used all over the field. Oh, that next play you're going to really enjoy.
I'm trying to see where he came from on this play.
So watch this. He's in the middle of the field. Watch where he does that alignment.
Oh, he came from a linebacker spot. Okay, I thought he was on the line.
Yeah, but a lot of what we're using here. Watch where he does the wide receiver.
I didn't even see it. Hold up.
Yeah, go back. He's at the bottom of the screen, right there. Watch.
Oh, was that a wide receiver or a tight end?
I think it was a tight end.
Just
throw him to the side, bro. But he can be utilized a lot in the passing down kind of situations. He is not somebody that's going to be able to recover well on wide receivers, but if unblocked, he's able to come up and make some plays. And that's probably the biggest thing for Anthony Hill, probably the hardest thing that he's going to have to do transitioning to the next level. But a lot of him running downhill, he comes up and makes a lot of great, fantastic plays. He's your prototypical standard linebacker you'd have at the next level. I think reading gaps, a lot of the time he's out of position in certain ways. And I think if you're able to coach him up at being able to fill gaps a little bit more, I think that's somebody that could come in and do very well for you. But him being 6'3", 238 pounds, he has the pro mold for a linebacker. And he showcased the tenacity, the physical nature of things, just a little bit more of the mental side of being in position, just a little bit more. But his 2024 tape, I remember the linebacker I covered last year from Texas, a late rounder, and Anthony Hill just continued to pop off, man. And this year, it was much more so in the pass rushing kind of game where he pops off. But I think this is somebody you could very feel comfortable with. I think he's projected in the 2nd or 3rd round.
He gets to the quarterback a lot.
Yep.
I thought of this. Look at the quarterback. I thought of you, Smoke, when I saw this from the quarterback. Watch the quarterback on his next play. What that remind you of, Smoke? What's one of your biggest issues with our quarterback?
Come on, man. You got to carry that thing out.
Bro, that John is so lazy, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
if I can see this on this small clip that Cal did, it has to be a quarterback coach on the sideline. Like, bro, you got to do better than that.
Ain't nobody falling for that, bro.
See, Smoke and I are on the same page. I said the same thing about our play action last year. It's not well done, and it's so easy to decipher and see that it's a play action. You're absolutely right.
It's a skill, bro. Like it's a skill. It's a literal skill, man.
Peyton Manning mastered it. He talked about it a lot. I think Aaron Rodgers as well. I think Aaron's another one that puts the.
I mean, but the longer we get in the game with all this 7-on-7 and stuff like that, like it's eventually going to phase itself out. But they're trying to bring it back. But good luck to all these quarterback coaches, QB gurus, and everything like that. When you're playing spread your whole life, you know what I mean, from the age of 8 to you know what I mean, you get to the league. Good luck.
Deuce, were you able to get Jacob Rodriguez?
Yeah, I got you. Right back to you, DT. Red Murdoch.
Well,
I want to see this. I'm excited for this one.
Well, so for those that don't know, I did my first article for Blitz Sports Media on Red Murdoch. Red Murdoch from Petersburg, Virginia, 804 stand-up, local product, 4 years of college football at the University of Buffalo. This dude has...
That's clean too.
I don't think nobody can see the video, dude.
Oh, my bad.
Well, Deuce really loves Virginia. He really loves Virginia.
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, hold up. Let me go back. Oh, man, my bad. Oh, man.
Yo, Deuce was getting higher everything. But this dude has 17 forced fumbles. That's the most in college football. And he broke Khalil match record forced fumbles. Dude was a thumper in the middle of the field.
At Buffalo or in the conference?
Ooh, he bringing that, yeah.
Oh, what they say, Kyle?
Who paying all these fines? Like you ain't gonna have no rookie check. Like man.
I mean, was that a maybe so? I mean, did they throw a flag on that one, DT? You should, I don't know.
Nah, they ain't from a flag on that.
Is that defenseless? I guess. And this joint right here,
this right here, like
that's what we need. Man. Look at him shifting, getting to the running back. That's Darius Taylor. I like this guy. Not being biased, but I can get him on this team.
Oh, you got Panamalu type head? Oh yeah, he a dog. Yep, he a dog.
That sold it for Deuce.
Look at this. Ain't nobody want to block him. Hey, bro, ain't nobody blocking him in these joints, bro.
This is against Minnesota.
Look, there's nobody blocking him, man. He's just, look at him. He's just tracking it down. What's his measurables, DT?
6'1", 235 pounds.
He don't look 235, bro.
It's in the hair.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, Smoke right, bro. Like, I don't know who gonna be paying them joints for sure.
Was Minnesota their toughest opponent this year?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay.
In terms of power, yeah, the knock will be the Power 4 conferences. They played in the first game, actually. He had 16 tackles. Yeah, he had 16 tackles, 5 solo, 11 assisted, and a sack. They played in the MAC conference. So the level of competition is going to be the knock. And, I think the other knock will probably be, the level of skill position he had to go against. How will he be in coverage?
All right, these is right up. We can get to your last call. This is Deontay Lawson. Of course, radar.
Is this the 6-minute video?
Nah. He's some good linebackers, man. He's some good linebackers, bro.
There are a lot of linebackers in this draft.
Man, free agency gonna tell us so much. Does Devin Lloyd take us out of the linebacker in the draft?
I would still draft one.
I would think so too.
How high, Smoke? Because right now with no linebacker signing, like pick 71. I mean, shoot, pick 7.
71.
Like if they get like Devin
if
Lloyd,
they sign a Devin Lloyd, listen. If Reese, Bailey, all them dudes gone, and Styles, listen, man. You listen, bro. I need talent. I I need all the talent in the world.
This is Harold Perkins. So I mean, like, are y'all like, how y'all feeling about McGee? Did he do enough for y'all to be like,
he put Harold Perkins up there?
Yeah.
Okay, great minds think alike, Radar. We got him in coverage.
That's that's his superpower, and he's very, very good at it. So you could use him a lot like the Nicky Manwuri, where it's like that heavy slot, like Deuce, like Smoke had talked about. What did you call it? A super slot?
Super slot, yeah.
Super slot.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
That's how I'm looking at Kyle Lewis, though, bro. Like, listen, man, this Kyle Lewis kid gonna make some money, man. And he's not even the best. Well, they got 3 linebackers at University of Pittsburgh, bro. Like, man.
That's a good dip right there.
Yeah, it is. That was good recovery speed. He got slowed down before that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that swipe.
That was a horrible pull action. What was that, a guard?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't
want him.
We'll pull up his tape. And it's the last one he had, Jake Golday.
Oh, man.
He was a former edge rusher. He transitioned to linebacker. So he's the one
that didn't test out very well, right?
No, I know he did. Ain't no way he did. Look, watch this. Look at this. What is that? He got back though. Did it enough.
He got good. Ain't he like 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, he looked tall. That was a good closing. That was some good closing speed right there.
Oh, like when we call a zone, like go find something. Our linebackers just go look in grass, man. Like, come on now.
He reminds me of Bobby. The way he backpedals.
I don't know, Radar. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, you pull this one right now.
All I see is Bobby.
Why did he move from edge though?
Not sure.
I honestly don't know. But there was a lot of things saying that he was an edge rusher at the college he was at. Then he transferred to Cincinnati as a linebacker.
The Raiders just traded for Teron Johnson from the Bills.
Oh! I thought they were releasing him.
Apparently not.
2 years ago, he was the best slot in the league.
They had 120.
That's a solid addition.
They got 20 million cap space, bro. That's insane.
Not no more.
Yeah, not no more. They about to be paying everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Rodriguez.
Yeah, the number 1 rated linebacker in the nation last year by PFF. This season, he's 6'1", 230 pounds, 128 tackles, 1 sack, 7 forced fumbles, and 4 interceptions. So if you go back here, I had to slow down and do the slow-mo on this because he's about to score a touchdown, and Rodriguez comes up and punches that football out. He forces the fumble here. It's very hard to see it. But it's incredible what he's able to do. He has the peanut punch down to a T. Here he takes off the block, is able to get the tackle for loss. Here, it's so hard to see. But when he delivers this hit, you see the momentum coming with him on that running back on that play. Can you go back for that one, Deuce? My bad. I know you're doing something right now.
You're good.
But I included that one for a reason. So this is where you watch the running back just completely get taken out, right? Watch Rodriguez here. You see he's getting blocked, does the turnoff, and is still able to help with that tackle. That's hard to do when you're getting blocked by offensive linemen on the perimeter. Here's that one-handed grab on that 4th and 26 we highlighted with David Bailey. Here's him arriving violently. There we go. I like that. Oh, what was that one about? I forget. That was a pass deflection. Here's sack coming around the outside. But the biggest thing that I'm doing with these guys is the verse. Oh, look at that pop. It's hard to see him off these views for some of the pops that he has. But he's all over the field. He is a difference maker, a playmaker. And watch how he delivers a hit to the running back without much momentum. You saw his whole body shift back. He's all over the field. Tackle for loss merchant. Somebody can be wearing the green dot for you for a long time. But I think that he is severely underrated. I do personally think that he should be a first rounder. Don't know if that's going to be the case, but I uploaded his film yesterday that I have that clip of that mix up that I have, and Bears fans are clamoring for him. I can't tell you how many Bears fans have quote tweeted it saying they need him in Chicago.
Oh yeah, because they just let go of that guy, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me put the draft up here, because I forgot to do the thumbnail. So if you want to start, you got it.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Yep, that's right.
Who did this week's?
I did it.
Oh.
I did it this week. At the 7th pick, I had got multiple trades when I was doing. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just keep it original. So at the 7th pick, I went Arvell Reese. He fell to me. Players, hold on 1 second. Let me put up my notepad again.
So proud of you, Smoke.
Let's see. All right.
He still got Jadarian Price at 71.
Yes, sir. All right, so look. All right, so players that were around when I picked Reese at 7 was Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, and Delane. Those were the players that were around, but I went with Arvell Reese. I love his upside. Not saying that I don't like Styles' upside, but I think I can be a lot more versatile with Arvell Reese.
Okay.
Pick 71. Hey, man, I couldn't get my guy. At 7. So I had this. Hey, if he's sitting there at 71, bro, absolute steal. Jadarian Price, man. Jadarian Price is just not a running back. He's a special teams guy as well. I understand we got Luke, but hey, why not? If we know teams now, if they know one guy is killing them, if you put 2 back there, you got to kick the one of them. So hey, Jadarian Price, man, and I just from the running back position, man, we only got 1 in the contract so far. So hey, you know what I mean? I couldn't get Love, so I went with Price. Hey, man.
You wanted to make Deuce happy with this one. And that one selection at 222, and Deuce is smiling.
Yeah, I did it. Hashtag kicker in the 7th. Hashtag kicker in the 7th. The people that were around Jadarian Price was A.J. Halsey, Elijah Surratt, and Max Clare. So I went with, you know what I mean? I was really thinking A.J., but, you know what I mean, I think we're going to attack safety and free agency, if you ask me. Pick 146, get a center. With how I'm feeling today about Linderbaum, I would have went differently. You know what I mean? But still, man, Parker Brailsford, that's a guy that I highlighted when we went over the O-line and stuff like that, when we went over centers anyway. I highlighted Parker. A guy that was there, it's Trail Man, safety Lewis Moore, another safety. That, you know what I mean, is good value at that spot. But, you know what I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
From Indiana, right?
Yep, Lewis Moore,
I will say, even if we do sign Linderbaum, it would be a good idea to draft somebody that you can have behind him, and instead of having to move guys over to play safety in case center in case of emergency, to your point. Smoke.
Yep. Then 187 went with the edge out of Duke, Vincent Anthony. They got 2 of them. They got 2 edges.
Wesley Williams.
Yeah, I like both of them, but the guy that was around here at the time, because I had chose a center at 146, Pat Coogan was still on the board at 187. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, I know how we feel about Pat Coogan, especially DT and stuff like that. So yeah, 198, one wide receiver with some upside, man. Jordan Hudson. He got some upside, you know what I mean? I'm not expecting too much year 1, year 2, but if you can show development, you know what I mean? I like his size and things of that nature. So yeah. And then I ended it with hashtag kicker in the 7th. Good old Trey Smack, man. He wasn't he the only one out there hitting them like you know what I mean? Like this dude be smacking them joints, man. So yeah. How funny I just said he'd be smacking them joints.
We love the combine. If you love the combine as much as you say he's the only kicker that they gave airtime to. I'm just saying, only kicker.
So that's my mock for the week, man. You know what I mean? And hey, Arvell Reese was sitting there. I could have took Styles. I could have took Downs. but I like that upside of Reese, man. I literally said it when you was breaking them down, Kyle. If I could find a way to just put him in the middle of the defense and let him select his spots, more so how we saw Dan Quinn do that with Micah. Let him select his spots. But his job is to get after the passer. His job is to, stop that running back from getting, 3-4 yards down the hole and stuff like that. I don't want to isolate that dude to right or left side defensive end. It's what everybody else is comping him in today's NFL. He's going to be an edge rusher. But if we're going to a 34 look, I'm having him as a joker, a robber, or whatever it is. Like, you're that guy that's going to be moving within that second level, picking your spots, and you're going to elevate this defense.
Yeah, and like with Micah coming out, I used to get in arguments all the time with people because they were complaining about Jamin Davis. And look, I get it at this point. But Micah at linebacker was not as good as everyone was making it seem, right? Like, I kept saying he is an edge rusher, and thankfully Dallas transitioned him to purely an edge rusher, so that argument went out the window. But what Micah has speed on Arvil, right? Like, Arvil doesn't have the natural speed that Micah does. But what Arvil is naturally better at than Micah is his block shedding, is the run game, the instincts, because that's what Micah really kind of lacked at coming out of college and even in the pros. That's why they moved him down, because if you guys can remember, we were able to run on him from the middle linebacker spot. And so I think Arvil, to your point, is much more of the fitting of being actually moved all over the field at rusher, at linebacker, because he's able to fill those gaps, but still get after the passer, to your point, Smoke.
Look, I'm just going to give you confidence, Smoke. That was a good draft. Getting Arvell Reese, the multiplicity that you can do with him, then getting Jadarian Price at 71. Look, like we've been saying, Price would have been RB1 on probably 120 other teams in college football outside the top ones in the draft, and Jeremiah Love. Then getting Parker Brailsford, et cetera. I went back and looked at him. I'm actually more intrigued by him the more we get down to this. The athleticism is something that I would love, especially with the offensive line. Then Vincent Anthony, like, that dude is freakishly, like, incredible. About 6'5", 6'6". You're getting an edge rusher, which you're not putting a lot of pressure on Arvell Reese to do what he do. You can do rotations, and then you get wide receiver for value, and then you get Trey Smack. So I love your mock draft, man. That was an absolutely slammed up mock.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a real quick. So when I did it, my mind was post free agency, and I said I got my Linderbaum, right? I got my Alec Pierce, things of that nature. So that's why I drafted the way I did. So yeah.
If anybody watches Jadarian Price or would like to, I would highly recommend watching the Texas A&M film, and that will really showcase you what Jadarian Price can do. Jeremiah Love kind of had a hard time getting things going, and Jadarian Price came through for that Notre Dame offense that game.
And that's, I mean, like, it's funny you say that, because I've been saying that's the best game to see everything about Jordan Love too. Yeah. I mean, Jeremiah Love, right? Like, you see everything. You see them. I mean, like, I think the first drive, Smokey, I mean, they was laying that wood on, bro. The first drive, but you saw the fight, right? Like, he was getting hit in the backfield, still breaking tackles. Like, everything you want to see about Jeremiah Love, you can see him. And also, like you said, Price, a lot of times it's not exactly the same, but sometimes you can say, oh, who is the running back on this play, right? When you looking at both of them guys and how they play. But I absolutely love Price there, but I don't know if he'll be there at 7-1. Especially if Love go top 5, then it's gonna get crazy. All right. So they just swapped 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, Raiders got the money. Whatever.
Did you see what Ian Rappaport tweeted? He used the 6-7 swap to say 6-7.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, man. We got to get up out of here. Kyle, what you got this week?
I'll be going on a work trip this week, but I think we'll be recording on Tuesday night, so I'll possibly be out of the way in that time. But keep your eye out to be able to talk about free agency and all the updates and everything that we're getting during the purge of the NFL, where all the illegal stuff are legal now, that you can be able to do. But I love your guys' radio show and your send-offs that you guys do. You guys have your own little quotes. I remember saying to Deuce way back in the day, you know, it's not really about like people liking you and everything. It's more about you loving what you're doing. And what I always say is what I've tried to tell people is, you know, rarely wanted, always doubted, but never quit. You know, that's what my send off.
Where Unc at? Where Unc at? I gotta hit that one. Before y'all go, I did want to. I put it somewhere. I thought I put it in my bookmark. But y'all see the new rule? They kind of snuck that in today about starting tomorrow during the legal tampering period. Teams could reach out to at least 5 free agents and video conference them for 1 hour max.
Without even going through the agent.
Without going through the agent, directly to the player.
Was that in that memo that they sent out of like list of things?
Well, maybe, but
yeah, because I saw. I think Friday. I think Friday, Nikki or somebody retweeted. It was like a list of things to know about tampering period or something from the NFL. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought I bookmarked it too, but I didn't. So I thought
that was interesting. DT, what you got this week?
Just be on the lookout.
Big media man, DT.
Big time.
Appreciate it, man. Just look out for another article this week pertaining to anything Commanders do. Ins and Out League podcast will be coming back on Wednesday. Still trying to get some people to hop on the show, want to learn more about some of these prospects, such as guys from NC State, USC, you know, just to name a few teams I'm trying to look a little bit deeper to. But just stay tuned and stuff, man. Writing articles now. P.S. I'd rather write articles. No, I'd rather write IEPs than write articles right now because them articles been kicking my butt.
Well, there you go. I just having say like tomorrow. I mean, we should be content all day, like today, tomorrow, whatever. But radio is going from 8 to 12 tomorrow. It might be 7:30. Depends the time I get up. Uncle already be up. Uncle get up like 5:30. So,
good man.
We'll see. But we are gonna go to 12 o'clock, and we're gonna go Tuesday too. So we're gonna do Monday through Thursday, 8 to 12. Talk free agents, and if it's cracking on Friday, like we did a couple weeks ago, Smoke, we might gotta do it on Friday too. We'll just play it by ear. And one thing about the articles, I dropped one today. Everybody's got the bread. What else does Adam Peters have? And it's basically just about like what matters to free agents. But like the make it for me, bro. I just do stuff. I'm just like everything that I do, like what you said, Cal. Like that's why, like I always say, I do it because I love it. It's because like it has to be fun to me. Yeah. Like when something gets frustrating or it gets overwhelming, if I can't find a way to kind of move around it to make it easier, then I'm just like, that's pretty much it. Especially if it's not something that I need to provide for my family, right? I'm just be like, nah, bro, I ain't doing that. But it's just fun.
Adding stress at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. All right, man, we gotta get up back. I might gotta talk to you. You might can't do them articles. Like, you rather do IEPs than write a sports article?
Hey, my first week, bro, that joint was cooking. Hey, first articles were cooking my butt, bro. I'm telling you, I was up to like 2-3 o'clock. I was like, God.
Yeah, it's something different, man. All right, man, we gotta get up out of here, man. Thank you all for taking the time to join us. We know your time is very valuable. You spend it with us. We absolutely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.
All right, y'all.